All right, hello everyone. So let's take a look at the market today and see what's going on. Now, yesterday, this was how the Astro hours. Let me just post the Astro hours here. Rightio. So I've just put the hours here, as you can see. So what we're going to do with gold now. So that 2,176 is a target for us. The high of the week and the high of the month are still up there, as you can see. So if I turn this into a 1 hour chart, squeeze it up a little bit, the market still has some potential to go up, as you can see. And as you can see, they're squeezing it here. So that's fine. And this is the setup, right? So as you can see, we've got like a trend continuation pattern here with a triangle. Okay, so this wedge can nicely work in our favor and push upwards as well. So if it does push upwards, we should get into here. And the first place they'll want to think about selling is going to be here. But I like to go with the PST 71, which is 2,176. On the weekly, we've got 73. It's 2,225. That 2,225 is a bit out there, which is there. All right, so it's still on the cards for us, which is fine. The market does have potential to go up. So as Astro hours, if we find ourselves at the lower end of things, I think we can move upwards as well. Like yesterday was also the case. All right, so yesterday the market was, let's get back into here. At Astro hours here, as you can see, the market dips down. Obviously, we're not trading in the middle of nowhere. So you're looking at previous lows, previous highs, and trading accordingly. All right. And that's just how it is. So let's say the market pulled back into an Astro hour by 9:45, which is not a bad spot actually. So this 9:45 and then 3 o'clock is also a good spot where the market can find some room to change direction here. All right. So that's also fine. Now, in between, I do have a few things as well, but I didn't want to overcrowd this zone. All right. So if at the Astro hours we're at highs or lows, then you can trade it off. And that's, as you can see, the high of yesterday. There, the market can go up there, sweep it off, and so on. And that's your weekly pivot. On Monday, we talked about selling here. Tuesday, we said you could sell the highs still, but you can see here no real Astro hours at high levels and definitely not anywhere where we said 2,167 yesterday was here. So nowhere near that at all. All right. So market just doing an inside day. But this day closing, as you can see, with a sweep. All right. But the market is still a red day. So if today closes, let's say, up day, if we have an up day, and then maybe the next day it can pump up, or if we get up to that 2,176, we're going to think about selling there. Okay, there to push back. Now, if I, like I said, tighten this up a little bit, that zone is where they sold off before. So that, for me, selling there is logical, and it also sits in nicely with our distribution sideways a view of the market. So if we're down here, we'll like kind of go up and then sell back down here or at a higher level where they sold off before. I'm okay to sell it off at those levels, but the market is bullish. So if we dip down, buying is okay. All right. And then we'll wait for those levels at Astro hours. If it gets up there, we'll think about selling. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now, we talked about this zone, nice zone, market picks up, great. Breakout, that's beautiful. So we've got a bit of room to go up into 53, 55, maybe even up to 58, 61. So what are those levels? Well, let's take a look. 53, 55, it's going to be 1.09, 0915, 0888. So we've got 0888. 0.88, which is just there, 0.888. So that's one level. Okay, so that looks like a nice little target there. Okay, and this is a nice formation, as you can see, and the market going up at Astro hours exactly. If you know your technical analysis, if you just saw this and that, going long here would have been okay for you. Now with the euro dollars, the long-term perspective is still downwards. Okay, so we should like dip down. So this is like an A, B, C kind of thing waving down, which is fine. Until then, though, we can go up into that 0915 kind of level. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this here. 09 is there. 08. 09 is there. Okay, and that's your weekly pivot. So I'm going to mark that in right in there. Okay, so this is going to be our kill zone. All right, so that's the target zone. It's also a sell zone. You have to be careful also here as the market can sell off at those levels. 55, that's 09, like I said. What else do I have there? 0930, 0972. There you go. All right. So what can we do? Well, we can definitely start the move up. If the market comes down into an Astral, I think you can buy the euro dollar. And we also have a PST breakout. Okay, PST breakout here. So the market's okay to push up. And that's how we can go about it. On the weekly, it can go anywhere. On the monthly, you want to look for a place to sell as well. So the market going up in order to sell is not a bad idea. The support of the day is going to be that 4603, 1.0860. 1.0860 is, guys, that's exactly where the market picked up today. 1.0860, and that's your opening, and it's also the low of the day, which is sitting right on your PST level there. Okay, let's take a look at SP 500 on the daily. Now with the SP 500, this was one Astro hour zone, so the market took off from here into those targets, and I marked in this box, remember, before. Let's tighten this up. There we go. So we are in a sideways market, and that's fine. The market, as you can see, has gone up and sold off from there. So we'll probably get a bit higher, sweep the stops as well. As you can see, we've got equal highs here as well. But market selling the day before, buying yesterday. Okay. And today, we've got that level 66, which is 5,196. On the dailies there. So that's a nice spot. If the market goes in there and then we close below, that's going to be a false breakout. And the next day we can think about selling it off as well. The trend is still up, but you can see there's a sideways motion here. So we're going to keep that in mind. 5,020 will be on our cards still. Okay, 5,020 for the week. There. All right, and that's that. Now, because that's a higher high at the moment, as you can see. So we've got a higher low, higher high. Market wanting to push up is okay. All right, so if the market does dip down, you want to go up, you can, but don't buy at the tops, obviously. all right, because we are at tops, which means that the market will also have sellers coming in. And be mindful, if we close the day below the high of the week or the high of the month, then you know there's going to be a sell reaction. So these zones are going to be important. Just be mindful on that. Also, like I said, if you're looking for reversal, this evening in New York session is going to be interesting for the indices. I wouldn't really do anything. I wouldn't really do anything until the markets open with the indices. Okay, so let's take a look at the others: Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and Bitcoin. This is Dow Jones, and that's a beautiful move there in New York. Now remember, with the Astro hours, let's take a look at. All right, so yesterday, let's see. Okay. Now, yesterday was Tuesday. Yesterday, I did say we have a nice blue day, which the market closed up the day before. And I did say this day could also push up. And I did say we're in a rectangle. So what we want to do is not sell the lows, but sell the highs. And if you want to go long, I did say at Astro hours, you can. Now, yesterday's Astro hours, if we take a look, what have I got here? It's 2:45. What did we have yesterday? Before New York session opens, we have 4:30. We're at 12:40, so that's all up here. Okay, so we had 11:45 to 12. That's up here, and the market sold off. Fine, and then we add 4:30, which is the market starting to head up there. All right, so that's your 4:30 right there. Market breaking out and moving forward in that formation. And then I did say look out for sweeps until 5:50. Well, the market actually broke out. And then we got to 7:45, which I talked about here. 7:45 to 8, 8:25 there. And then I said, this is a target for this. This is a target, or this is the target. And that's 23.55 right there. All right, so the market just went all the way up in there. So if you followed that through, you should have been okay. Now on the daily, as you can see, this zone is a sell zone. All right. Now something to look out for is this. The market did not make lower, so this didn't go down into that range. So there's still some bullish moves in there, but heavy selling is also coming from this zone. So what we want to do is we want to be safe. 65, 39, 346. 39, 346. So if the market comes up here, okay, into there, 346, come on, yep, there, and then closes back in, then Thursday is going to be a seller for us. Now, also remember with the swing days on the indices, they're all Thursday, right? So the swing days are on Thursday. All right, so the market mucking around here, going further up a little bit, that's fine. It's doable. It can do it. We've got the high of the week, high of the month above here, retesting them, hitting the stops, and then falling back. That's all logical. It's a setup we need to consider, and that's doable. So if the market does pull back, should you go back up, you can. Okay, you can do that. Where can you do that? Where can you do that if you wanted to do that? You could do it here. Or you can do it in there. So with Dow Jones, that's an intraday trade. Okay, so just be mindful there. If I just refresh this up a little bit, this is how it is. So pulling back into here at Astro hours and wanting to go up is okay. As you can see, the market's nice and bullish. To follow that move up in there is okay. But just remember, it's going to be a sell setup possibility here. And if Thursday is up here somewhere, we want to be selling off. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Now, indices go together, and since all the swing days are together, then that's what we should be looking at. All right, so this is how the market panned out yesterday. Yesterday we had, like I said, that 430. That's your 430 bar there, and that's your 515, 520 there, and that's your 530 there. All right, nice and easy. Yesterday, 530. That's nice. Yeah, very nice. All right, and then you got that sudden move going up, as you can see, all the way into that target. Then this was a target, remember, we had on the PST as well, I think. Let's take a look at the daily now. We're right on this level here. Market is sideways, as you can see. Now, the market is at a critical point. If this breaks 18,030, all right, so if this breaks, then obviously, it's got room to push up, okay, and that can do so as well. So we have to be a bit careful and see how things pan out here. It's right in the middle of the range, so I don't really like it. But if the PST breaks out, you can do an intraday trade to like kind of push up and then see where you can sell off if it gets back into this box's higher end. All right, so we'll get back into that higher range, and that's fine for that. And then on Thursday, because it's a swing day for all of them, we can think about selling. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, I did say the 14th and the 15th of March were swing days. With this also, I said if it goes up, you can sell off. Why? Because we've got levels to go down, as you can see, nice and easy. Okay. This was broken yesterday as well. So as you can see, the market's pushing up pushing down nicely. So all you got to do is follow it through. On the weekly, it's 64,806. Sorry, 54,806. So this can get down into 54,806. There. All right, so just pretty much there into that zone. So I do still want to sell. Yeah, not a bad idea. It's a strong selling here coming in, as you can see. And the market is pushing nicely downwards. Okay, so coming into the 50s range, I think it's very much logical. And I did say this 14th was important, which was last week. There. All right, so I did say this day was like really important, and the market selling off here is just nice and easy. Okay, this was like an important event, so the market then pushing down is perfect. Now we know what to look out for and when to look out for Bitcoin. I'll do a special work on this one on the weekend.